Chapter 2, Mishnah 3. This Mishnah discusses two more groups of people to whom special laws apply with respect to korbanos. 5 people bring only one korban for many sins, and 5 people bring a variable korban. The following bring only one korban for many sins: a man who cohabited with the same betrothed slave woman many times, a Nazir who became tameh from a corpse many times, a husband who warned his wife not to seclude herself with many specific men, and a Mitzor who was afflicted many times with negaim, afflictions of saras. The previous law applies even if the Mitzor had already brought his birds, i.e. the 2 non-sacrificial birds used on the first day of his purification process, and then became afflicted again. Although he had already started the purification process for the first affliction, the second affliction is considered a continuation of the first, and thus he brings only one set of korbanos. Before identifying the 5th case in which one set of korbanos is enough, the Mishnah discusses another aspect of the Mitzorah's set of korbanos. This set consists of an asham, a chatas, and an olah. The asham has to be a lamb, but the chatas and olah depend on his financial means. If he is rich, he brings lambs for the chatas and olah. If he is poor, he brings birds instead. Our Mishnah considers the law where Mitzorah was rich when he started the 7-day purification process, that is, when the ritual of the non-sacrificial birds was performed on the first day, but became poor before the korbanos were offered on the 8th day, or vice versa. They, i.e. the 2 non-sacrificial birds used on the first day, do not determine for him whether he is rich or poor. Rather, his status is not determined until he brings his chatas, the second of the 3 korbanos. That is, if he was poor when he brought the birds on the first day, but became rich before his chatas was offered on the 8th day, he is considered rich, because it is his status at the time of offering the chatas that counts. As a rich person, he must now bring lambs for his chatas and olah. The opposite is also true. If he was rich on the first day but became poor before the chatas was offered, he is considered a poor person who may bring birds for the chatas and olah. However, Rabbi Yehuda says that his status is not determined until he brings his asham. Thus, if he was poor when his asham, the first of the 3 korbanos, was offered, he keeps the status of a poor person even if he becomes rich before the chatas is offered. He may therefore bring birds for the chatas and olah. And if he was rich when the asham was offered and then became poor, he is still considered a rich person who must bring lambs for the chatas and olah.